Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Furry Friends. I'm Unique Holt with Mary Meowie Tilly, and today we're going to be featuring a cute and playful little puppy piranha named Terry.
Yep. He is definitely what we call a piranha. Terry is 14 weeks old. We have him listed as a lab mix, and we are anticipating by the size of his feet that he's probably going to be a pretty big boy. Terry is typical puppy behavior. He is, the reason we refer to them as piranhas is because he loves to chew on things and he's rather mouthy.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter whether it's your arm, your shoe, your blanket,
hair.
whatever, your hair. Yes, he was trying to get your hair and get your cord earlier. Yeah, he's a chewer. And that chewing has already landed him in the ER once since he's been with us. So we're going to talk about how important it is to supervise your puppies when they're little and they're that age. But we'll talk a little bit more about Terry specifically first. He was brought into us by a lady who had a friend who was struggling financially, having some difficulties, and had this pup and wasn't able to properly take care of him. So the lady took him from her.
Okay.
But then she knew that she was not able to keep him long term. So then she started looking around for a place for him to go.
Right.
So one thing we always talk about here is don't rescue without a plan.
They're a lifetime commitment.
They are.
They should be a lifetime
Yes,
commitment.
yes.
They really should be.
Dogs and cats should be considered family. They should be for life. And whoa, you got me.
That's the piranha.
Yep, headbutting right in the lip. They should be your family members. They should be with you for life, and you shouldn't. I mean, we always know that things can always happen that are unexpected.
100%.
But don't bring on a pet unless you are capable both financially and where you live to take care of it.
And that is part of your adoption screening, right?
Yes.
You call landlords, double check.
We do. We call, if somebody rents, we call their landlord to make sure they're allowed to have pets. If there's any kind of restrictions, because around the lake area there are a lot of restrictions. Sometimes it's, especially with dogs, breed related. Anything that is considered an aggressive breed. A lot of times there are weight restrictions. So we hear a lot of no dogs over 25 or 30 pounds seems to be a limit on a lot of them. And I've had a lot of landlords tell me that the reason they have that weight restriction is partly to rule out those so-called aggressive breeds because they tend to be bigger dogs.
A shepherd or something of that caliber.
A pit bull, a mastiff, Rottweilers, things like that are all
babies.
big dogs. So by saying we don't want anybody who's going to be more than 30 pounds full grown, you're ruling out those types of dogs.
Right.
There's also a lot of, for your homeowner's insurance, there's a lot of restrictions on breeds and things like that. So, we that's part of our screening process is to make sure that if you have pets currently, that you keep them up to date on shots, that you take them to the vet when they need to be. If you're not able to do that, if there's an emergency, then it's things you need to think about before you bring home a dog. Whether you're adopting from a shelter, whether you're taking a puppy from a friend of yours who had a litter.
You need to even think about your work schedule. How long are you going to be out of the house?
Right.
They need you, and they need some stimulation.
Some breeds, especially, and some individual dogs and their unique personalities, they want to be around people more. A lot of dogs have separation anxiety. A lot of dogs don't want to tolerate being kenneled during the day while you're at work, things like that. So, these are all important factors to think about when you're bringing a pet into your home.
No, that's 100%
to make it work
true.
out. But when we refer to don't rescue without a plan, we're talking about those people who they pick up a dog off the side of the road. They take a dog from a friend of theirs. And if they're not able to keep that dog, and they're gonna just be looking for a shelter, all the shelters and rescues are full right now.
Right.
You know, so don't take that dog in if you're not going to be able to keep it indefinitely until you can find a new home for it.
They are companions for life. And just to add
Exactly.
that, we also have an event coming up on June 28th, correct?
Yes,
In
yes.
Camden County, and that's going to be a free rabies shot and microchipping event for residents of Camden County.
Yes.
So take your puppies in case they get out. They have a microchip so they can find their way back home to you. And if you guys are interested in adopting, you can come and visit the shelter, play with some cats or dogs, meet Terry, and he's a playful pup, or you can visit ozarkscatandcanine.com.